about changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I mean. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Scottis.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. So one team over here is Cowboys, believe it. Yeah, this you got is a poet. Big up West Coast Cowboys, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out. They don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L. All day. Every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing? Hope all is well. And hey, man, it's hump day, man. We getting over the hump, both literally and, as a term, you know what I'm saying? Because the Dallas Cowboys are finally making moves, man. It's been a long, drawn-out process, but the Dallas Cowboys coaching staff is finally almost completed. And even for the missing spots, we sort of know who's going to go there. So we're going to talk about it. And hey, man, this was supposed to be Cowboys Convos, but landlord is sick. Apparently, he was in his trap house, and there was too many fumes from the dope that he was cooking. He got nauseous, fell, hit his head. So landlord is out of commission right now. But nah, for real though, cuz is really sick. So y'all show him some love. Y'all hit him up. Tell him y'all thinking about him, whatever. Hit his cash app. It's landlord723. Show him some love. He is under the weather. This is a man that worked more overtime than anybody I know. He didn't even go to work. You know what I'm saying? So I know that man's sick. So y'all pray for him. Y'all say a prayer for him. Shoot him a message, let him know you're thinking about him, whatever. But yeah, we gonna still be rocking out. Yeah, everybody getting sick, man. It's the weather. It's that time of year. Yeah, when I get off of here, I'm probably take me something just in case, because I can't be out of commission for a prolonged period of time. I got a bunch of stuff on my plate I gotta handle. You said if I'm starting a franchise, would I take Dak Prescott or Herbert? Dak Prescott has been the better quarterback up to this point. So I probably would still pick Dak Prescott. The only thing that Justin Herbert has over Dak Prescott is age. I would understand if somebody picked Justin Herbert because he's younger. But if you're talking about the quarterback that's been more productive in the NFL, it's been Dak Prescott. And you would think that's the most important thing. So in a win now situation, which I always try to openly think about, I probably would take Dak Prescott. Jeff said F the Eagles. F them. Hey, listen. If Patrick Mahomes somehow wins a Super Bowl over the Eagles for a second time, I'm buying his jersey. Because listen, Patrick Mahomes has damn near done more for Dallas Cowboys fans in recent history than Jerry Jones. He has kept the 49ers from winning championships twice. He won 2 Super Bowls over the 49ers, and he already done won a Super Bowl over the Eagles. Like, it's an all-op Super Bowl run. So if he keep our ops from getting 4 championships, he keep the 49ers from getting 2, he keep the Eagles from getting 2. He's doing the Lord's work for the Dallas Cowboys. And Patrick Mahomes is from Texas and a Dallas Cowboys fan, so I'm rooting for him. The only time I don't root for Patrick Mahomes is when he plays us. Right? A Texas kid, diehard Dallas Cowboys fan. Why would I not root for Patrick Mahomes, man? I know people hate the Chiefs, but man, I can't hate on a fellow DC4Ler, man. I can't hate on a fellow for lifer. So I'm always rock with Patty. He said, I hope the refs call a hold on the Eagles every time they get a first down. I would love that. I don't even think it's going to take all that. The Eagles are a very formidable team, but I'm never betting against Patrick Mahomes. What's up with you, Charles? Thank you for tapping in and showing love, man. So, yeah, man, we're going to talk about all the new little signings and whatnot. So let's go ahead and dive head first into this, man. Just remember to hit that like button, hit that share button. And you got love for Henny, hit that cash app, man. We are still beefing with YouTube. They hate us. We hate them. It's mutual, But, we're going to still keep pumping, putting this content out. So you want to support your independent content creators and show us some love, you can hit the cash app. It's $ Henny the More. Right there at the bottom of the screen on Cash App, man. So appreciate y'all in advance. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it. What's up with you, Dwayne Brown? Thank you for tapping in. Samuel, what's up with you? Thank you for tapping in and showing love. Appreciate y'all. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and talk about it. So I never actually gave y'all my opinion on the signing of the defensive coordinator. Nope, I'm not gonna play that one. Okay, yeah, this is better. So I never actually gave y'all my opinion about the defensive coordinator. He said Eagles will need to be up by 30 to win. Hey, with the way it plays out, they might need that, man. I'm never picking against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in a close game, man. Hoodlum, what's Gucci, man? All right, so let's start with the defensive coordinator, man. Let's start with the defensive coordinator. So it is officially official. The Dallas Cowboys, and it was yesterday, of course, but the Dallas Cowboys have signed Matt Eberflus to be the defensive coordinators for the Dallas Cowboys on Brian Schottenheimer's staff. And I won't hold you, man. This is a good hiring in my personal opinion. So when you think about the context of what he's coming into, I think that Eberflus was a good hire. One, the Dallas Cowboys, this is going to be their 3rd defensive coordinator in 3 years. You had Dan Quinn in 2023. You moved on and you got Mike Zimmer for the 2024 season. Mike Zimmer will not be back, so now Matt Eberflus will be in for year 3, right? 3rd year, 3rd new defensive coordinator. The beautiful thing about it, he runs a 4-3 defense just like everybody else. So there's going to be no heavy conversions. There's going to be no, turnover, wondering where Michael Parsons is going to have to line up, learn a new position. It's a 4-3. It's a 4-3 base front, and it's a single gap scheme. Everybody responsible for their own gap. They're an attacking defense. They're also a vision defense. So they see ball, go get ball, right? So when you play like that, what's up with you, JC Cowboy? When you play like that, You're quick to react. You're quick to get downfield, right? You can be aggressive at the point of attack. Misdirection does give this defense a little bit of issues, but with the personnel and the speed that we have, I think it would be a good fit. And just to be honest with you, he wasn't half bad. He wasn't half bad as a DC when he was with the Colts. Now, in 2019, they were a below average defense. But out of the 4 years, that's the one time that defense wasn't good. They were top 10 his first year in 2018, and they finished 11th his final 2 years. So a team defense that was around top 10 his entire time there, for the most part. And we know he didn't have a Micah Parsons. He didn't have a Micah Parsons or anything else like that to work with when it comes to like a pass rusher. He didn't have a Trayvon Diggs. So I think he's a good fit, man. I'm not saying he's the world best defensive coordinator, but for what the Dallas Cowboys need and his abilities, I think he's a very solid hire, man. And, while he was there, he got the best out of his linebackers. Just like while he was here the first time as a linebacker coach, he greatly helped with the development of Sean Lee, right? He greatly helped with the development of some of these other linebackers we had, like Hitchens and so on and so forth. Yeah. I mean, and to be frank, a lot of teams don't have a Micah Parsons. That's why I think people be so adamant about using him as a chess piece. There's not a lot of players with the skill set of Micah Parsons that people get to play with and move around the field as an active chess piece. Like, there's not too many players like that you can damn near line up anywhere and they be effective. You can line Micah Parsons up as a defensive tackle. Now, against the run, I'm not too sure how you would like that, but rushing the passer, oh man, he's dangerous. He's a game record at that point. And he said he always could stop us. Yeah, in 2018, we were shut out by this team. We went to Cincy. They beat us 23-0. So I got a lot of respect for that defense. Shaq Leonard. You remember Shaq Leonard used to be one of the best linebackers in the National Football League. All those awards and accolades and accomplishments. Who you think his coach was at that point? It was Matt Eberflus. It was Eberflus. So he's a guy that has a penchant for getting the best out of linebackers. He has some very solid defenses with the Colts. They have a similar defensive scheme in regards to the base front. Should be a simple scheme to actually understand and master for the players. Compared to what Mike Zimmer had them doing, like that shit was trigonometry. What Mike had them doing. They had a lot of responsibilities. They had it's different, man. It's different, especially when going from that to just being a one gap defensive scheme. It should pay dividends, man. I mean, hey, you a Saints fan? You finna get Kellen Moore, ain't you? I heard Mike McCarthy dropped out of the head coaching race for the Saints. The only real candidate y'all got right now is Kellen Moore. So Kellen Moore's gonna be your guy. I'm pretty sure of it. Unless he rejects y'all and he comes back to the Eagles. What's up, you guys? Thank you for tapping in. Said why y'all didn't get prime time? I'm not sure. I would have preferred getting prime time. Prime time was my original choice that I wanted. But you don't always get what you want in life. But I'm not mad at Brian Schottenheimer. I think Brian Schottenheimer, has a good track record. He has good pedigree. His father was a long-time coach, one of the winningest regular season coaches there was. And he paid his dues, man. He been around football, coaching football for a long time. For a very long time. So, I'm not mad at him. Yeah, I would have took Prime. But it is what it is. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at Brian Schottenheimer because all Brian Schottenheimer did was show up and get the job. And Sean said Brian doesn't want to coach in the pros. He might not. You know what I'm saying? He might not. Because remember, if he came to Dallas and it so happened that, and this is something that West talked about. If he came to Dallas and Shador so happened to find a way to the Giants, do you really think that coach want to? Do you really think that he want to coach against his son? 2 times a year, ruin whatever aspirations they have over there. I don't think he would. I don't think he would want that. He said didn't get Deion because he was African American. If you want to keep it real, Jerry will never hire one. Period. I mean, Jerry would. Oh, that's probably true now because I don't think Jerry Jones will ever hire another coach. Jerry is old. There is no guarantee he sees the end of Brian Schottenheimer's contract. I'm not putting death on anybody. I'm just saying Jerry Jones is old. He's an older gentleman. Shout out to Jeff, man, for the cash app. I do appreciate you for the love and the support, man. I appreciate you. If y'all want to could also support your boy, hit the cash app. It's $ Henny the more. So hey, he might never will at this point because I don't know if Jerry Jones got another coaching hire in him. As they speak about it, like Steven is doing most of the leg work and heavy lifting in the organization now anyway. Jerry the mouthpiece still, but like you got to keep it real. Somebody of that advanced age is not running every single aspect of a football team. The way he got his sons, his family in there, his daughter, so I don't think there you go. Thank you. I'm gonna put that up there. That's the cash app right there. $ Henny the more if y'all want to support. Yeah, Jerry barely holding on. So you probably right. He probably never will because also I don't think he'll ever get another chance to hire anybody. And, I don't know what the truth is anymore. Because, even with the coaching hiring process when we talk about was Deion Sanders an actual real candidate, Jerry Jones said that Deion was never a real candidate, but Stephen Jones said, of course Deion was. We really did think about hiring Deion. So they can't even get their lies together right. Jerry says that Deion was never a real candidate, that he just reached out and touched base. And his son is contradicting him, saying, "Of course, we were thinking about signing Deion Sanders." So I don't know. They might not even know. They may not even be on the same accord with that. So who knows? I'm not even finna try and guess, because one of them says one thing and the other says another. So I don't know. But if you're just now joining us, we just spoke about Matt Eberflus. 4-3 style defense, one gap scheme. Had a borderline top 10 defense 3 of the 4 years he was with the Indianapolis Colts. Flamed out as the head coach of the Bears. We know some of the decisions he made. Game and clock management wasn't great. He got a lot of scrutiny for not calling a timeout in a game earlier this year. It was rough, man. It was really, really, really rough. His tenure there. But again, his defense got results. I don't think they were a bad defensive team. I think he always puts pretty good defenses on the field. We know we got more talent here in Dallas. It's a similar scheme, so it should not be a lot of turnover. For the Dallas Cowboys players and understanding it. It might even be a simpler scheme. So if you're just now coming in, Matt Eberflus is the new defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, and I like the hire. On a scale of 1 to 10, we're talking about how strongly I believe in Matt Eberflus for a defensive coordinator. I'm going to give him an 8. I think this is a really, really good hire. Former head coach, a lot of skins on the wall. He's been here once before. Great track record with linebackers. So I don't have a problem with Matt Eberflus. Yeah, his specialty is the linebacker. Now, I know a lot of people. Hey, shout out to Mr. Brown for the cash app, man. I appreciate you for the support and the love, man. And if y'all want to continue to support the liquor store, man, hit that cash app. It help keep the light on. Listen, if you sent a penny, I would appreciate it. Every little bit goes a long way, especially since we aren't getting paid from YouTube anymore. So I appreciate all y'all for everything that y'all do. I can't even put it into words how much I appreciate it. So thank y'all in advance and for everything that y'all do, man. Y'all the realest. The original people, what's Gucci, man? Thank you for tapping in and rocking with your boy. So yeah, I like the Eberflus signing. All right, so let's talk about another guy that we brought in recently. Let me get the stuff pulled up. Hold that thought. And I'm gonna get some more music playing. It just be seeming so crazy when we ain't got no music in the background, man. Okay. Oh, I mean, F all that first. Let me talk about the most important thing real quick, man. Hey, salute to the original people for the Cash App too, man. I appreciate you for the love and the support. Thank you for helping keep the lights on in the liquor store. Everybody, go ahead and have yourself a shot on the house, everybody. But yeah, the most important signing, Will McClay is still in the fold, y'all. Now listen, I have been critical of these last two drafts. They have not really hit on shit. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not happy with the Tyler Guyton pick. The Maji Smith pick has not paid dividends to this point. I've been very vocal about that. But I still wanted the Dallas Cowboys to keep Will McClay. He's done a lot while he's been here, man. He's done great since he's been here. The CeeDee Lamb acquisition, the Trayvon Diggs acquisition, Dak Prescott, he's found a lot of great talent for the Dallas Cowboys. Michael Parsons. So there are way more picks that I am happy about with Will McClay than there are misses, in my humble opinion. And the fact that he's here, he's ringing up, he's going to be with the Dallas Cowboys for another half a decade, signed a 5-year deal. He's going to be here till at least 2030. That's a huge win for the Dallas Cowboys, man. That's a huge win for the Dallas Cowboys. Because imagine if he left and the Dallas Cowboys signed a guy that they didn't believe in or they didn't trust or didn't have that track record. Man, the drafts would be even worse than they would be so much worse. So much worse. And listen, when you give Will McClay a premium pick, he usually nails it. When we're picking within the top 20, he usually nails it. These top picks he gave you Ezekiel Elliott, he gave you CeeDee Lamb, he's giving you some real good value. Even when we didn't have a first round pick, he turned a first round pick into Amari Cooper. So you got to show love to Will McClay and all the things he's done in his tenure here as a guy for Dallas. 15 Pro Bowlers, 6 All-Pros, all through the draft. I love it. So that is probably the best thing the Dallas Cowboys have done so far. Now we're going to need them to actually nail, these draft picks. I'm still on their ass. Like you gotta do better than what you've been doing. And if you get an offensive lineman, I'm gonna slap the shit out of somebody. But outside of that, we still love you, Will McClay. You that dude. We believe in you, and you got a track record for me to keep believing in you. But if you give me one more bad draft, man, I'm gonna question why they brought your ass back. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, man, salute. Yeah, Zach Martin, Travis Frederick, like he helped rebuild that entire offensive line, man. So shout out to Will McClay. I think that was probably the biggest retention that the Dallas Cowboys did. Because listen, we can't get happy about free agency. They can't get happy about the draft if you don't trust the guy that's drafting. And Will McClay is somebody that's done enough for you to trust, man. Just straight up like that. Straight up and down. We rock with Will. All right, so let's continue, man. So the Dallas, hold on. Let me make sure what my people said. Didn't he see Deuce pick was going to count against him? hey, hey, man. It need to count against Deuce Daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of the main guys on scouting. Mr. Vaughn is so. You know, I would rather you count that against Deuce Daddy than you count it against Will. You got us that. Yeah. So hey. But let's continue though, man. Let's continue on. I don't want to talk about that just yet. Let's talk about another hire real quick. All right. So the Dallas Cowboys have signed a gentleman from the Jets, Aaron Whitecotton, as their new defensive line coach. Sources tells NFL on CBS. Whitecotton spent the last 4 years as the defensive line coach for the Jets, and now he joins Matt Eberflus' defensive staff under new head coach Brian Schottenheimer. Now, listen, I don't know shit about this man. Only thing I know is Jets fans were crying, boo-hooing on Twitter about losing this man. So apparently, he got to be pretty damn good, right? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know him at all. So let's take the time to educate ourselves on him. I'm gonna just do a quick Google search to see who this man is and what the hell he's been doing this entire time. All right, let me see if you got a wiki. All right. Oh, so he was also with the 49ers. He's been with Buffalo. So he's been in the NFL on a coaching staff since 2013. All right, he was an assistant on the defensive staff for the Jacksonville Jaguars from 2013 to 2016. In Buffalo, he was an administrative assistant to the head coach. Then the next year, in 2018, he became the assistant defensive line coach. And he held that position for 2 years, from 2018 to 2019. He went to San Francisco in 2020, and he was the assistant defensive line coach there. Then he's been a defensive line coach from 2021 to 2024 for the New York Jets. And remember, the Jets have been a god-awful team as a whole. They've had a great defensive line. They've had a very good. I mean, his name is also sort of ironic. Like Cotton is already white. Like they double down on this shit. They said, "Well, Lil Legs, look, man, I don't know if Lil Legs gonna make it in or not, dog. He probably will. Like we said, he got a sponsor right inside the building. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to say he won't. Should he make it? It's a different question, but you know." So, yeah, he's never been anything but an assistant line coach or a defensive line coach. But when you look at the Jets defensive line, they've had a great defensive line. They also had great talent. Don't get me wrong. They've had great talent over there on that defensive line. But, you know, the defensive line has been good nonetheless. Jet fans did not want to see him go. So I think Dallas Cowboys got him. I don't know enough about him, man. I don't know enough about him. So I'm gonna just say I'm gonna say from their reaction it's a good hiring, but I don't know the man. Yeah, listen, landlord came back from quarantine just to chop it up in the chat box, man. That's a real one. Y'all make sure y'all hit his Cash App too, man. You know, he definitely needs it. He needs to buy some chicken noodle soup, some Tylenol, some whiskey to make a hot toddy. Make sure y'all hit that boy Cash App. It's $ landlord 723, man. Get well soon, country. Well, yeah, white cotton is just diabolical. Like cotton is already white. Like, how white does the cotton have to be for you to call it white cotton? I appreciate that, the original people. You a real one, man. Yeah, matter of fact, let me put his stuff up there. That's his Cash App as well. $ landlord 723. You know, go ahead and help the sick and afflicted. Help out the sick and afflicted, man. Hey, Carl, man, what's good with you? Thank you for tapping in and rocking out with you. So yeah, I'm not mad at this signing, really, because I don't know the man, but from what everybody is saying, he's good at his job. So time will tell. And really, when you think about all the young defensive linemen that we have on this roster, we need a good defensive line coach. We need somebody to help Maji Smith develop and get to the next level. We need people to help Marshawn Nealon develop and get to the next level. We need people to help Sam in his development. I know he's a little bit older now. I think this is going to be year for Sam Williams, but he's still a player that's developing. Right? He's still a player that's developing. So a good defensive line coach is definitely needed, and if he fits the bill, more power to him. I mean, I can't tell, Chris. You mean you're here. The Cowboys are such a joke. You took time out of your day you will never get back to come out here and tell us about it. Now, if something was irrelevant, like your people over there, we wouldn't even mention that shit. But, you over here with the realists, so we do appreciate you for paying homage and sliding through. It said, I tried to do the show, but it just wasn't going to work out. Yeah, man, he's awful right now. He's awful right now. Y'all didn't want him giving y'all cooties through the screen and nothing, man. So this was for the best. This was for the best. All right, so we're going to, and this is not an actual hiring. This is just an actual interview. All right, and listen, Queso, that's like an alley, because I was literally finna just talk about the man, and you just said that we signed the Arizona O-line coach. Watch we go after Will Hernandez at guard. He's a free agent, possibly a replacement for Martin. I wouldn't be mad at that. Now, the person that we're talking about is Clayton Adams. He's the offensive line coach for the Cardinals and has been formally interviewed by the Dallas Cowboys as of today, as they search for the next offensive coordinator to operate with Brian Schottenheimer. And this is actually what everybody's saying is probably going to be a good hire. Right? His offensive lines have been some of the best in the National Football League for the past however many years. They've been a top 10 rushing unit with him. They swear by him, man. They swear by him. So let's take a look at rushing offenses. So boom. All right. So the Cardinals, last year, his unit ran for 2,365 yards to go along with 17 rushing touchdowns. So they were running the hell out of the football, man. Also, shout out to iRock, man, for the cash out, dog. I appreciate you for the love and the support. You a real one, man. Thank you for helping keep the lights on in the liquor store, man. It's rough out here. It's hard out here. But I do appreciate you, man. So they ran for 2,365 yards. That was the fourth most in the National Football League in 2023. Fast forward to 2024. Let me pull it up. Fast forward to 2024. And listen, they barely missed the playoffs. So I know that they were a good rushing team this year as well. Yep, top 10 again. They were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They were 7th. They ran for 2,451 yards and 18 touchdowns. So, man, I'm telling you, like they talked about wanting to get a run scheme. And listen, this is Stephen Jones saying that it's a prerogative, it's imperative that they give Dak Prescott a dominant run game. This is Stephen Jones talking. So Stephen Jones is usually the dude that poo-poos on everything and talks about pie and shit. So when he says stuff about fixing stuff and doing stuff for stuff, I do listen when he says stuff like that. I won't lie to you. Because he is the one. He is the one that pretty much controls the purse strings in Dallas. So if he's talking about gearing up to make the run game better, this is the obvious hire. This is an obvious hire. Uh, he's been great these last couple of years producing rushing offenses. Um, and listen, what he does aligns with what Brian Schottenheimer wants to do. Brian Schottenheimer wants to run the ball, utilize play action, move the pocket. You know, so he aligns with the philosophical standpoint of Brian Schottenheimer. So I think it'll be a match made in heaven, honestly. Their questions with the possibility of hiring this line coach. Do you think that they'll try to get Gentry from Boise or Blue from Texas? So man, listen, if you get, listen, you're picking at 12. If Gentry is there, I have no doubts. Because drafting Gentry serves two things. Not only does it actually make your team better because you need assistance in the run game, it also is the kind of box office draft that will get people excited for Dallas. It'll be just like when you drafted Ezekiel Elliott. Right, it'll be just like when you when he came out there, when you got Zeke, because you sold a lot of jerseys when you drafted Zeke. Gentry will sell jerseys. He's from the Dallas area. He's a homegrown kid. He wants to play for Dallas. It's a great story. It's gonna get people excited, and it actually helps your team. So if Gentry is there at 12, it's probably the easiest pick for the Dallas Cowboys to placate a majority of everybody that has ever doubted them. It will pay a lot of dividends. Now, do I think, that we just have to draft Gentry? No. If Ted is there, I would want Ted over him because this is a very loaded running back draft class. Hampton, is a great running back. Caleb Johnson is a great running back. Travion Henderson, I think, could be a day one starter in the National Football League. Then you got the boy David Neal down there in Kansas, a very good runner. So do I absolutely believe that they have to draft Gentry and he's the only running back that can make an impact for the Dallas Cowboys? No. But if he separates himself and he's really the best running back in the draft, all the measurables add up to go along with the tape and to go along with everything else that we've seen in the production, I would take him. And that's the thing. You could take running backs all throughout this draft. There are a lot of running backs that are better than what the Dallas Cowboys currently have. There's a ton of them. There's a shit ton of them. So I'm not saying that if you don't get Gentry, you should be sad. Because Amarian Hampton out of North Carolina is going to be a day one starter. He's going to be a future Pro Bowl running back. Caleb Johnson will be a future Pro Bowl running back. There's a lot of them guys in this draft. The question is, who is the top dog? If Gentry is the top dog, I'll take him. But it's so thin at wide receiver in this draft, right? And you need weapons on the outside unless you get a big free agent signing splash. I don't know what to tell you. If you miss out on wide receiver early, you might not find you one. Because really, when you think about the wide receivers, it's Ted. It's Luther Burden. It's Edoga. Matthew Golden. And then, like the second round, like Jalen Royals and Savion Williams, guys like that. There are not, a plethora of wide receivers like there's a plethora of running backs. I can name running backs and go into detail about them for the next hour. That's how deep the running back class is. Wide receiver, it's like a couple guys. Yeah, Emeka Ibuka is a great wide receiver too. Now, I don't know how well he'll be able to play on the outside. He's mainly a slot wide receiver. But he's great, man. Great route runner, great hands, physical, doesn't mind blocking. He's a complete wide receiver, man. He creates his own separation. And he might be a little bit faster than guys give him credit for, man. He said trade 12 for Cheetah. Shit, listen, if Cheetah wants to be moved and he want to come to Dallas, I'll find a way to get him here. And hopefully with his contract, it won't take a first-round pick. Hopefully with his contract, you can give up pick number 44. But yeah, man. Oh yeah, Wester. Now listen, there are some guys. There are some guys that have promise, but when you're drafting, we talk about wide receiver class. There's not a lot of guys that are sure things. And listen, a lot of the Colorado guys are going to be good. I think Wester's going to be good. I think Will Shepard's going to be good. Man, I think Horn Jr. is the best of them, though. I think out of all the guys at Colorado, I think Horn Jr. is the one. I think Horn Jr. is him. So you need a wide receiver you can move all around, including the backfield. You talk about versatility, usage, maybe Luther Burden. I know people have some questions about his route running and his physical stature. He's only like 5'11" or 5'10". So you know, my brother Dwayne Brown said, "I'm passing. Give me a wide receiver." Man, what I hope is the Dallas Cowboys address something. You know, address something in free agency. Like, I doubt it. Because that's not really how they operate. But I would love for them to get T. Higgins or something. So if you were to get T. Higgins, you know, and this thing, I'm tired of offensive linemen. You drafted 3 last year. You drafted 3 offensive linemen last year. At this point, you're burning picks on offensive linemen. You only got 5 damn spots. And you only got 5 spots. You got all these guys you've been developing to try to take over somewhere. Chris, we got money. Dallas Cowboys can clear over $100 million in cap space if they want to. They have built-in restructure levers in Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb's contract. So yes, the Dallas Cowboys can sign whoever they want. Right? I don't understand why people act like the Dallas Cowboys are poor. The Dallas Cowboys cap issues are from inactivity and what they have not done, more so that they are just in cap hell. They're not in cap hell. They just have refused to kick the can down the road and pay and go out there and acquire free agents. They refused to do so. Even last year, had they given Dak Prescott his extension earlier, they cleared $20 million just by giving Dak Prescott an extension. Because they turned part of his base salary into a signing bonus. So they cleared $20 million that they did not even use over the course of the season. So, you know, I don't understand. He said, yeah, they want the Avengers on the offensive line. Like, you don't need that. The Philadelphia Eagles are playing with a 7th-round rugby player at left tackle. Now, he's one of the better left tackles in the National Football League, but it wasn't because he was a high draft pick. They saw a guy with a lot of physical ability. They took a chance on him. They developed him, and it paid dividends, right? They haven't drafted a first-round offensive lineman since 2019. That's 6 years. And the guy they drafted is no longer on their team. I'm not even sure if he's in the league anymore. So yeah, man, I don't know what to tell you. Kansas City Chiefs spent a 2nd-round pick on a left tackle. He wasn't playing well. They benched his ass. Right back in the Super Bowl. So I don't know, man. Like, I know everybody wants offensive linemen. They love offensive linemen. You can't just draft people. You have to draft and develop. Troy is so funny. He said, see, landlord wants offensive lines. It's like last year. Troy got to stop. Somebody got to stop Troy. Man, Steven super cap. Yeah, Steven capped out. I'll believe it when I see it, man. Nobody believes Stephen Jones anymore. You're going to have to pull up with them already in the car. Like, they got to already be in Dallas Cowboys uniforms and everything else before people believe that Stephen Jones actually signed some free agents. Hell, somebody reports it, I'm going to say, nah, they lying. That shit ain't happened. I'm going to have to see them play a snap of football for us before I believe we got them. That's how much I doubt Stephen Jones. He said he ain't never heard me say that. Yeah, because remember, a team must be draft and develop. You can't just draft them. You also got to develop them. And this the crazy thing. Awesome Richards is developing. Awesome Richards played good when he got on the field. Brock Hoffman played well when he got on the field. TJ Bass played well when he gets on the field. So, and you just drafted Tyler Guyton. You got to let him develop. So this is my thing, dog. Like, it's defeats the purpose of drafting an offensive lineman when the guys you already drafted, you haven't even let them develop. You know what? This is something I wanted to bring up to y'all. Exactly. So much AI, you still can't trust it. I'm going to have to go to the game and watch them boys play. Well, I believe that shit happened. And this is another thing. Hey, do y'all remember Connor McGovern used to be a backup for the Dallas Cowboys? He's a Pro Bowler this year. He made it in as an alternate, for the he made it in as an alternate. So Connor McGovern, who was a developmental rotational piece for the Dallas Cowboys, just became a Pro Bowler. That's why I say you don't have to use a first-round pick on offensive lineman all the damn time. Everybody that you done drafted has went on and been good. Tyler Biadasz was a starting center in the NFC Championship game. He was a Pro Bowler while he was with you. He was a 4th-round pick. Matter of fact, Cooper Beebe. We all love Cooper Beebe. He's a 3rd-round pick. He's going to be great. He's going to be one of the best interior offensive linemen in the league down the line. He's a 3rd-round pick. You don't have to use every first-round pick you get. Exactly. Yes. Buffalo. You don't have to use every first-round pick you get on a damn offensive lineman. If you develop them, you give them reps, and you give them time to play together, they're going to be fine. Facts, bro. Let's keep it real. Even when we had those good offensive linemen back in the day, Doug Free was not that damn good. But guess what? He played together so well with them. It didn't matter. They had good continuity, and he was always there. He was healthy. So you're right. You don't really need 5 Super Saiyans. The Z Fighters ain't even have 5 Super Saiyans. It was Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Trunks, and Piccolo. You can have a Namek in that motherfucker. You can have a Namek, dog. They had 4 Saiyans and a Namek. Then sometimes it be Dim and Krillin. Everybody ain't got to be a Super Saiyan. Krillin had hands. Piccolo had hands. They did their job, man. Like, for real. He said, except for maybe Philly, yeah. Ron Leary was gangster. Matter of fact, Ron Leary was so good, you didn't get a better guard than Ron Leary until you got Tyler Smith. You didn't get a better guard than Ron Leary until you got Tyler Smith, dog. Who is this retarded ass nigga in my chat box? I don't give a fuck about the NBA. Like, dog, y'all got 99,000 more games to play before that shit is even relevant. I don't give a fuck about the NBA right now. I watch NBA when it's fucking playoff time. Who gives a fuck about the goddamn NBA right now, man? Michael Jordan ain't fucking playing. Who gives a fuck about the NBA? Nobody watches that shit. Nobody watches that shit, dog. They watch it at playoff time and they watch it during the finals. Who gives a damn? You play 80-something games, dog. 80-something games. I mean, it's a year-to-year league, Chris. I mean, was the damn Commanders not like the third team in the division last year? And the Dallas Cowboys were the top. I mean, sure, you can look at the Cowboys when everybody and their mama got hurt and say that stupid shit. But we all know if them boys was healthy, they win at least 9-10 games. Easy. Niggas is out here storing power to want to put shit in the chat box. I know the Coke is good. I know that the plug got you a new batch. I know you're excited about this shit, but you got to calm your ass down, man. We ain't even finna be doing none of that. You tweaking right now, but it's okay. Your jaw locked up, eyes red. It's good. It's good though, man. Nose running. I know you was on that shit, but it's cool. That's what I'm saying. Who the fuck watches basketball until the playoffs, man? Nobody watches the NBA. That's why all your ratings are down, the tickets are down. That's why everything is down in the NBA, man. So yeah, it is what it is, though, man. He said not with Mike. Why did you put? What are you talking about? Why not with Mike, McCarthy, and Dak? Why did you put a comma between Mike and McCarthy? Who's the other Mike you talking about, dog? He said only with the Cooper Rush game plan. That's what I'm saying, dog. Like niggas up here beat up on Cooper Rush half the season and swear we ain't shit. 2. We won 2. Chris, who is your team? Like you in here talking greasy. Who is your team? Don't fuck around and be no Raiders fan or no shit, dog. I said when LeBron retired, the NBA gonna be dead. Yeah, yeah, man. Nobody watched the damn NBA. Let's keep it 1,000. Nobody watched the NBA. I'm just saying, dog. I mean, this nigga better not be a Saints fan. Man, they high as hell. Them niggas is not gonna pass a drug test right now. I don't know what they talk about, I don't know what they own. They need to calm down. Hey, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe Powell, for subbing up to the channel, man. He said the only time I watch NBA is when I can't sleep. NBA puts my ass right to sleep. Yeah, man. The product is, listen, nobody wants to watch dudes run up and down the court and drop and jack up 15 threes a night. That shit is not entertaining. That shit is not entertaining at all, dog. I'm sorry. I used to love the NBA. It's turned into a 3-point shooting contest, man. And it has. Dog, folks 7'5" don't even stand in the paint no goddamn mode. I don't watch the NBA, dog. Playoff time, maybe might put a bet in or a parlay or something, but that's about it. I mean, if this man is a Saints fan, did they not lose to Dallas? I mean, did they not beat Dallas, have a second line outside of the stadium, and then went on to lose, you know, like every other game except for 2 or 3? Did they not just go on like a 7-game losing streak after beating Dallas or some crazy shit like that? So I don't know. Folks be having the most irrelevant teams as they phase and have the nerve to come here and talk about the Dallas Cowboys. That shit is just crazy to me. Anyway, back to our regular scheduled programming. Matter of fact, it's been about an hour. So yeah, we Gucci though, man. It's been about an hour. We done talked about most of everything. I'll be back tomorrow. We supposed to have did this show with Landlord. He should be alive tomorrow. Done shook back by then. So we're gonna try this again at that point. So tap in with us. Make sure you hit the like button, the share button. If you have not already joined the channel, hit the sub button. We on the road. I mean, Chris, you're in a Dallas Cowboys chat box right now talking about the Dallas Cowboys weeks after they've been eliminated. You are on the Dallas Cowboys dick. You are on the Dallas Cowboys dick so heavily you will be pregnant within the next couple of minutes. I have no idea how you can go out, find a Dallas Cowboys stream, come in the motherfucker, tweet and text and send shit for almost an hour, and then turn around and say the Dallas Cowboys are irrelevant. They are on your mind right now. You were about 8 months pregnant, finna pop out with a baby that looked like Dak Prescott. Fucked up hairline and everything. Big light-skinned ass baby. That's how much of a dick rider you are for the Dallas Cowboys, man. But I'm glad that you came, got your rocks off, and, God bless you. But yeah, man, we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, talking that Dallas Cowboys football talk. God bless America. God bless America's team, and we are out. Peace.